What are you doing? Well, greetings and salutations to you too. I'm Final Draft. I am the host of Everfree Network, and I'm here today to present to you the Everfree Northwest 2013 Voice Actors Panel. All right, so without further ado, and we're glad that everybody was able to cram in here. It's a good crowd. Why don't I introduce today's voice actors? Ms. Andrea Libman. Mr. Peter New. Ms. Michelle Creber. And Andrew Francis. I know, it's like the music you'd hear in like a cop show from like 92 or something.
I think they cut the music right when we started singing.
Oh yeah, they were like, oh, we gotta hear them.
End this.
True story, he was singing along behind stage. Peter knew that is. You were, I saw you. You were singing, singing along. He's always singing.
That's nothing new.
That's nothing Peter knew.
Boom!
Anyway, all right, well, for those of you, who here, this is your first Brony convention? Show of hands. Yeah. And it's definitely grown since last year. Everfree Northwest 2012 was awesome. This is like amazing awesome.
Can I ask a question? I shook hands with somebody like at the back of the line on my way up here. Are you in here? So that was a huge one. Still coming in. Thanks.
He was texting something right then, I'm sure he didn't even hear you. Anyway, well, for those of you out there who have not officially been introduced to these voice actors, why don't you guys say who you are and who you voice?
Sure. My name is Andrea Libman, and I voice Pinkie Pie, Okie Dokie Loki, and Fluttershy.
My name is Tabitha St. Germain.
Your voice sounds like that right now.
And I voice
Granny Smith.
my name really is Peter New, and I voice Big Macintosh. Yup.
I'm Michelle Creber, and I play Apple Bloom. And aren't you guys late for brunch?
My name is Andrew Francis, and I play Shining Armor.
That's right. You gotta say it. You gotta say it.
That's right.
Twilight.
No, somebody's dressed as Twilight. Close enough.
My first question is for you, Andrew. Have you thrown any Cadence cosplayers this convention? There's some guy walking around who has like a big foam Cadence.
I have to see that. Yeah, I heard.
I'm pretty sure it's actually aerodynamic, meant for throwing. But
No, yeah. I need to do a couple throws while I'm here. I need to find that cadence and toss her.
Does anyone have a cadence and a mattress? Anyone set it up? No one brought a mattress.
That'll be a panel on Monday. Anyway, well, okay. So just a general question to start off. Then maybe maybe introduce what your backgrounds are in voice acting, because you guys have all worked on other shows aside from My Little Pony, and a lot of people don't realize that you've been the voices of some really popular cartoons characters from earlier years. Like for example, you voiced Madeline.
Is that the school?
Anybody here a Madeline fan? There's always a few.
A little French girl. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Do you remember the prayer at night? The thing? Say it, please.
We love Alfred. We love our butter, but most of all, we love each other.
On the spot, look at that. On the spot.
And then, Peter, actually, a lot of people don't realize this, that you have done a lot of television work.
Yeah.
A lot of on-screen work. You've also been in a few movies, including Agent Cody Banks,
Yeah.
which I found out yesterday Andrew Francis was in as well.
Yeah, the two of us, yeah.
Yeah, not on the same day though.
Not on the same
we
day.
just found out each other were in that movie.
Wait. You're in it too?
That's my secondary claim to fame. You can't have my
That was my secondary claim to fame.
Well, I thought the conversation was hilarious because Andrew's like, yeah, I'm the guy who threw her into the pool.
I threw that Frankie Muniz right in, and then he beat us all up. He was Agent Cody Banks. Come on.
Peter, you also right now are voicing another character on a Hub Network television program, Littlest Pet Shop. You voice Neil.
I do. And Pet Shop Man too. I hate cobras.
Michelle, you've been on, actually on television a couple of times. You've been on Eureka. You've been in Supernatural. You were a ghost.
I got cut.
I died. Yeah, I think Peter was a little too scary for that show.
Yeah, I was too.
It's a good thing
I'd
or
be
a bad
frightened, you know.
But you also did a couple of neighbor TV movies, including Smart Cookies. And I think it was a Killer Amongst Us. Is that it? Yep. So
It's pretty good, Bernstein.
thing.
I remember
Yeah, I
things.
know. Look at this guy.
Check this guy
Pulling
out.
out all the.
I've done a
He
few. Of
did his
these.
homework.
And Andrew Francis, you've been in everything.
Nice. Nailed it.
It was funny. After I think Candlelight Gardens last year, he was like, "Yeah, I was in Flashpoint." I'm like, what?
Yeah, I did an episode of Flashpoint in Toronto. That was fun. Now the show's done, which is great. I got it before the end of the last season.
But you also do a lot of cartoon voices for a lot of other series. Can you maybe name off a couple?
Well, the new ones on Disney XD are Slug Terra and Max Steel. Fun shows, so watch them. I know they're on the Hub, unfortunately, but. And then a lot of stuff. I mean, me and Andrea, we're sort of the OGs of Vancouver voice acting. Like, I think Andrea's probably the first person that I saw back in the day when we were like 9 or 10 or
Really young.
exactly,
We've
like
known
really
each other for a long
young.
time.
So we've had a lot of time to sort of rack the credits up, which has been great. We're lucky.
I started later.
He's a late bloomer.
Sorry, pros.
Take it back.
I think the funniest voice that I know of that any of you have done is actually Andrea. You voiced that evil doll in Sixth Day.
Yeah, isn't that random? An Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Me and Arnie.
Get to the chopper. Get to the chopper.
Well, anyway, getting back to My Little Pony, I guess it's just a general question, and I know it's been asked before, but I know these guys will want to hear it as well. Is there a line or a favorite line of one of your characters that, you know, if you have to get into that character that you default to think of it? Like, I've asked Lee Toker.
Think really hard, Peter.
Peter,
Let's dig deep.
Is there a line that you have to say in order to
well, there's
get
that
into
too,
your
but
character?
I know when it comes to your general line, you go through a whole meditation process.
I do. I
Yeah,
have
it
to.
takes a solid hour. You know.
I have a good hour. I was actually, we have a VIP lounge here, and I was in there in lotus position
Yep.
prior to this panel for an hour, so that I could come here and say yup as often as I want.
Wow.
I know. It's my But you know, you'd think I couldn't actually get into lotus position, and you'd be right.
I don't know. A lot of us saw you dancing last night, so
I know. I can go up and down okay. It's when I crisscross.
That was
I
not
start
planned. That was not planned. I felt something hit the back of my head, and then there he was. I'm like, oh my goodness. This is what I have to deal with. Honestly.
It's like that in session.
is that how it is in the recording studio too? You're just trying to do your lines, and then suddenly Peter New's there.
Yeah. You're not even in this episode.
You hear like
Who
a
let you
heavy.
in the building?
You didn't even say yup today.
Usually, you'll hear like a heavy breathing, and you look behind you, and it's be Peter. But friendly.
Yeah, friendly.
So I had
That was you, wasn't it?
No, but is there a line that for your characters that you default to? Because I asked this question once of Lee Tokar, who's the voice of Snips and Stephen Magnet, and he said that for him, when he gets into a voice, he thinks of one line. So for Stephen Magnet, for him, it was "my moustache." Do you guys have a line like that, for your characters? And I guess for Peter, I mean, obviously you have the.
Well, for Big Macintosh, the line is "yup," which is handy because that's mostly what I say. So,
But like for maybe
but
for
Sunil, I mean, when I did the audition for Sunil, they wanted a slight Indian accent, and so I thought, okay, well, I'll try to do. I had just recently worked in Uganda teaching acting to East African students in Kampala for a school run by the filmmaker Mira Nair, and which was an amazing experience. And part of what they do is they bring in experts in each of the main cinematic disciplines to teach students in those disciplines. And the sound guy was a good friend now named Belon Fonseca, who came from Bombay to teach sound students. That he would take me aside as we were in the production process of the 4 films that we made. He would take me aside periodically and say, Peter, you have to remember, the sound guy always comes last. and then he would walk away, and that would be it. But that's what I fall back on is this slightly sort of sad sack. Peter, the sound, and I find myself saying this in the studio. I said it like 4 or 5 times before our engineer, Adam McGee, finally looked at me like he needed an explanation. No, not you.
Aww.
I just want to hear you say sad sack in that voice.
Sad sack.
Well, but like for Andrea, do you find that when you're doing either a Fluttershy voice or a Pinkie Pie voice that you do a line or you get yourself in a certain mindset? Because I know you can switch between them quite quickly.
It's amazing to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It is, I like it. That was
Jimmy
creepy.
Cherry, Jimmy Cherry, Jimmy Cherry, Jimmy Cherry, Jimmy Cherry, Jimmy Cherry, Jimmy Cherry. I know a lot of people do like have catchphrases, but I guess I don't know. I don't really. I just more kind of think about it, and I imagine more what the character's thinking. Like, so I don't use that method.
Yeah,
But that's just me.
Just more, we've really gotten to know our characters, so just kind of, it's very natural for us now.
Well, and speaking of your character has a southern accent, and you're from Canada. So where did your accent come from?
I don't know. I did a project when I was younger called Little Jake, and I was Little Jake, and he was this little southern boy, and I don't know, I have no idea where I got it from. But I think I might have met someone like when I was younger or something, but I have no idea. I'm serious. I have no idea where that came from.
Well, and I find it interesting too. You didn't mention this earlier, but you actually did the singing voices for both Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle. And for example, in the song in Hearts and Who's Day, and also in other songs, you've switched between the voices. Did you have to practice singing in a southern accent, or is that just something that just came to you naturally?
No, I don't.
This is how they always are, by the way.
It's the norm.
This is one of the first things you learn about voice actors, is that if one of them makes a goofy noise, they all have to.
Except Andrew.
Except me.
Just sits back.
He just sits back and,
I don't need to do the dope.
That's right.
No, but did you practice that?